What we've done for the last year is the first and only artificial intelligence-enabled protracted conflict simulation between the United States and China to address the strategic question of when either side would culminate, no longer be able to conduct operations because of a lack of fuel and ammunition or attrition that results from the conflict itself. And so we looked at year-long conflict scenarios, and we simulated at scale so that we could be confident in our results. We hear oftentimes, as you do, that we have problems with fuel and ammunition. I think that's well known. What isn't well known until now is exactly why and exactly on what day we run out of exactly what munition or fuel on both sides. And so the redactions were done at our discretion based on consultation with friends in the administration and in the departments and agencies of our government responsible for the China threat. And our conclusion was that we had identified critical vulnerabilities on the Chinese side that should be exploited, and we didn't want to give them a early warning by publishing it, and so they were redacted. And we also identified an enormous amount of U.S. vulnerabilities, most of which are in the report because we have to correct them, some of which were so sensitive we decided that we would redact them. A voluntary step on the part of the Heritage Foundation, but I think the right one because we're obviously on Team America. In the end, the bottom line is this. The United States in most scenarios will culminate, will run out of fuel and ammunition before the Chinese do. And by significantly, I mean potentially within 30 to 35 days in some scenarios, whereas the Chinese can sustain a conflict between 180 and 365 days without a tremendous amount of difficulty, unless significant actions are taken, and those are outlined in the reports for both the U.S. and the Chinese side.